And I promised you an opening act. We always have one of our musical members on the stage to warm up the room. And this evening we have our dear friend Millie Orosz Van Horn. Millie joined the AC back in March of last year, but hit the ground running. At the listening room, you will find her sitting in the front row, soaking in the musical experience close up. For the past year, Millie has been writing and composing her own original songs. She can be found on the stage at many ACMA events and at open mics in town. Most notably, Millie recently won the People's Choice Award at the August 27th Songwriter Festival at the Sidney and Vernon Davis Arts Center in Fort Myers. And I'm very proud of that. Originally from Indiana, she has entertained at different venues for the past 15 years since retiring to Florida. She's been playing piano by ear since the age of 3 and is self-taught on piano and guitar. As so many of our singer-songwriters, Millie is multi-talented. She's also a writer of stories, real-life experiences, and fiction. She has written many poems, and her children's book, which has sold 100 copies, The Adventures of Nobby and Maddie Duck, is on ebooks and can be downloaded and purchased at Amazon.com. She's now looking forward to recording a CD with her original songs, including The Empty Chair, which is what won her the recent award, and throwing in some blues. So, ladies and gentlemen, please, without further ado, before I welcome Millie to the stage, turn off your phones, turn on your ears, and I'm turning the stage over to the music this evening. Thank you so much again for coming.
Walking a minefield. I wanted to say I'm just a little nervous, you guys, so you have to forgive me. Klaus, is it okay for me to plug in?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, everybody, for coming tonight. And this first song I'm going to do is the one that I won People's Choice Award at the Sidney Vernon Davis Arts Center back in August. I was so thrilled because there was 14 other contestants and all very, very talented. But so I was really, really surprised to win. But this song is what did it. And actually the song I wrote, well, I wrote the poetry years ago, and then I just put music to it about a year ago. And it's in reference, my husband died about 15 years ago, and so that's what prompted the song, and it's called The Empty Chair. When I close my eyes, I can see you there, far across this room, in that empty chair. I'm at this little bar where we first met. You're sitting at that corner table. I can't see you yet. When I close my eyes, I see bright eyes of blue, looking back at me with love. You said your love was true. when you said goodbye. Well, it seems like yesterday, but that was long ago. Broken hearts can mend with time. This is all I know, is when I close my eyes, I still see you there. Far across this crowded room, in that empty chair. Well, now it seems like yesterday, but that was long ago. Broken hearts can mend with time. This is all I know. When I close my eyes, I still see you there. Far across this crowded room, in that empty chair. Oh, far across this crowded room, in that empty chair. That's great. Thank you. This next song I'm gonna do, I need to move this up one, I think. If not, I'll move it back. This one is called Do You Want to Fall in Love Again? And I wrote this song actually after meeting so many senior citizens that are widows and widowers. And it just made me think of falling in love again. And it's called Do You Want to Fall in Love Again? Oh, now do you wanna fall in love again? Feel the way you felt back when you felt the love so strong you cried whenever he was out of sight. Oh, now do you wanna fall in love again? Feel the way you felt back then, a love that lifts you off your feet whenever your eyes meet. Well, I've heard it said that love is dead whenever we grow. Well, now I'd like to think that it's not true, it's just another old story told. So now do you wanna fall in love again? Feel the way you felt back then. Well, now I remember when I was in love again. Well, now I've heard it said that love is dead whenever we grow old. Well, now I'd like to think that it's not true, is just another old story told. So now do you wanna fall in love again? Feel the way you felt that back then. Well, now I remember when I was in love again and again and again and again. That's a fun song to do. And it's kind of true in today's world, you know. And this next song I wrote when I was up north on vacation, about a year ago. And I don't know, there's a lot of songwriters in this room too, and this probably has happened to you. I wrote this song, the words and the music, within an hour, and it just, it doesn't happen all the time, and that was the only time it happened that way for me. But it's a fun song, and it's a blues song called Goodbye Blues. Well, I want you to know, when I said I had to go, I lied when I cried, telling you I'd miss you so. Oh, you've been good to me from the start, and I never meant to break your heart. But there's something deep inside telling me we must part. So go on with your life. I wish you well. Oh yes, I do. When you think of all the bad times that we had in time, you know what I say is true. But I want you to know that I will always love you so. Someday we'll meet again, where or when I just don't know. So go on with your life. I wish you well, yes I do. When you think of all the bad times that we had in time, you know that what I say is true. But I want you to know I will always love you so. Someday we'll meet again, where or when, I just don't know. I just don't know. Someday we'll meet again, where or when, I just don't know. Okay. How you guys all doing? You're making me feel just so wonderful. So, thank you very much. This next song I'm going to do is called I've Gotten Over You. Now, I wrote this song, excuse me, I wrote this probably 30, 35 years ago. I wrote a poem and then I put it to music. And the song is called I've Gotten Over You, and I wrote it in between marriages. I was divorced. So this was during my wild and crazy days, you know. But So it's kind of, it's a country song is how I see it. So, and you know what country songs do, they always tell a story of whatever. I don't wake up in the morning with leftover tears in my eyes. I don't wait for the phone to ring, telling me more of your lies. I can listen to the saddest song, not feel my heart break. I've gotten over you, but I never knew just how long it would take. I've gotten over you, but I never knew the tears that I would cry. I've gotten over you, over loving you. Now my eyes are dry. I can't listen to the saddest song, not feel my heart break. I've gotten over you, but I never knew just how long it would take. I've gotten over you, but I never knew the tears that I would cry. I've gotten over you, over loving you, and now my eyes are dry. I can't listen to the saddest song, not feel my heart break. I've gotten over you, but I never knew just how long that would take. So this next song actually is a spin-off from that other song, I've Gotten Over You, because it's called When the Horse is Dead. Yeah. It sort of fits, you know. And it's a fun song to sing, as everybody can relate to it, you know, for a lot of different reasons. So this is how it goes. Something came to mind that fits at times when things go wrong. I thought about it just yesterday and I put it in this song. Oh, when the horse is dead, get off. And it applies to many things. You're never gonna bring that dead horse round unless that horse sprouts wings. Oh, like when your lover says it's over, but you call him anyway, night and day, but you keep wishing he would pick up the phone, but he up and moved away. So when that horse is dead, get off. Don't keep wishing for those foolish things. You're never gonna bring that dead horse round unless that horse sprouts wings. Oh, you can kick that horse, till the cows come home. You're never gonna bring it around. So get up, get off that old dead horse and put him 6 feet in the ground. That was a fun song. Okay. This last song I'm going to do, I have to tell a little story about it. First of all, the song is titled My Mother's Cherokee Blood. And I saved it for last because I just wanted to tell you a little story of how the song came to be. My mom was born in Missouri and her family moved to Indiana when she was just a little girl. And I think Mother was the youngest of 10 kids. She never talked about her childhood, but only that her father would drink and gamble. Because of that, we were never allowed to play cards in the house at all when we were growing up. So my dad now always told us from the time I was a little girl that Mother's grandmother was a full-blooded Cherokee Indian. I always believed this, as my dad would never tell us something that wasn't true. So I did some research of the Cherokee Indians and the tribe, and this is what I found. Just a little, if you never knew about the Cherokees' plight, it's just a little piece of history. In 1835, a minority of Cherokee leaders signed a treaty with the federal government, our federal government, for $5 million that would move them off their land in Georgia, North Carolina, and Tennessee to relocate west to reservations that they set up for them in Missouri and Oklahoma. There was approximately 15,000 and more Cherokee that were forced from their homes at the hands of federal troops. Most of Cherokee people were farmers, but some had built wealth and were prosperous plantation owners and owned stores and taverns. And their children all were schooled and learned to read and write English. This forced migration was known as the Trail of Tears. I'm sure you guys have heard that. Dire conditions of disease and deaths plagued their journey. They traveled only an average of about 10 or 12 miles a day. Their travel was meager. Most of them walked the whole way. That's kind of hard to believe, but that is how it was. During the process, many families became separated, never to see their loved ones again. That journey tested the strength of each man, woman, and child, traveling west to unfamiliar lands. So now we come to the present. So as a surprise and a birthday gift, because I always said it was part Cherokee to everybody, all my kids and whatever, as a surprise and birthday gift, my daughter Sandy arranged for us to meet a group of Cherokee descendants that were having their monthly meeting in Tampa. Of course I was thrilled, and everybody was real friendly and made me feel welcome. I told my story about being part Cherokee and what I believed and what had happened, and I told that whole story and sang my song before the meeting. Then they had their meeting and they talked about the Cherokee pride and opportunities and family values. I began to feel a little uncomfortable and found out later that they were not impressed with my song's content. And the reason you'll pick up in my song when I sing it, I felt bad, but what they didn't know is that my song is embellished. Some of it's true, some of it is not true. And to a songwriter, this is called poetic license, to make the song interesting. But I will always believe that I have a little Cherokee blood in me. But like I say in my song, it's watered down. This is my song. Long ago, on a reservation, stood a girl, tall, lean, and brown. I was told that was my mother, long ago in a poor Missouri town. Life was hard, her family struggled. She was proud, never did complain. Then they moved where life was better. Lived on a farm, but they all still lived the pain. She never talked about her childhood. Her father drank his life away. They were called poor dirt farmers. Poor dirt farmers is how they live their days. It was then she met my father, just 15 and made to wed. She always said she loved another, but was made to wed instead. Now I know just where I come from. It's in my blood, but watered down, but it still runs there. I'm proud to be from that Cherokee Indian town. Now there's more. So this is how the story ends. I was told that was my mother from a Cherokee Indian town, but I received my DNA test. No Indian blood was ever found. No Indian blood did I see. I think a trick was played on me, but I knew my dad would never lie, as he was proud of my mom and so was I. Scandinavian is what I saw. Wales and Scotland was in the draw. Ireland I always knew. A little Swiss and Spanish too. Disappointed not to find Cherokee blood still on my mind. I still believe it still runs there. A little weak but enough to care.
So what do you think of our Millie? This is how deep the local talent runs in this town. It's a big reason why we do what we do. So thank you for helping us support this. We're going to